guys, welcome to today's Big Brother Canada updates and spoilers. Our house guest of the day is Romero329. Thank you for your awesome message, and he wants to know, where are the puppets this season? That's a good question. We haven't really, seen anything that puppet worthy yet, I feel like. I don't know, maybe if something really crazy happens, we'll have to pull out some puppets. So I got a lot to tell you guys today, so I'm just gonna keep it moving, keep it snappy. So last night, we said goodbye to Jordan, but he's the first member of the jury? What? That means that there's gonna be like 10 jury members. First of all, that's an even number. Second, maybe they're gonna have like a final 3 then? I don't know. What? Is Canada gonna have a vote? I don't know. It's a big jury though. It's nuts. So the episode ended with an HOH cliffhanger, as usual. And I just have to say, why would Bobby eliminate Sindy from the competition? I feel like that was dumb, but he's really proud of that move because he feels like it distanced him from Sindy, but like... Alright, so also in last night's episode, I didn't see Bobby find a special power because he didn't. We'll get there. So when the feeds come back, we see that Peely won the HOH competition. What? Alright. You'd think when the feeds go on, we'd see like a crazy house divided and like tension and all this crap. Not so much. Where's all the outrage from the diapers? They should be fuming right now. They should be yelling at people. I don't get it. I mean, maybe it was a little more intense, like right after the episode was filmed, because live in Canada sometimes does not mean live, apparently. So, I mean, when the feeds come back on, it's hours after the show ends, so maybe that's why, I don't know. But they're hanging out, a couple of them are out by the hot tub, and they hear someone yelling outside the house, but they couldn't really make it out. I couldn't understand what people were saying either, but they were joking around that it was Jordan. Being like, F you guys. That'd be pretty funny. Alright, so Willow approaches Sarah and she's like, why didn't you tell me about the flip beforehand? Like, you never told me about it. Maybe because you would have told everyone, especially like Zach. Come on. So Willow's like, well, the couples are all like really pissed about it and they're pissed at Sindy. So then Kevin comes in and he's like, hey Willow, Sindy's telling everyone that you were the 5th vote for Jordan. And Willow's just like, what? I'm gonna wring her neck. Blah. So then Bruno and Bobby come in and they're trying to explain to Willow and Kevin why they voted out Jordan. They're like, it's strictly game, like we love him as a person, blah 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 blah, love you to death. But they also brought up like how cocky he was. He really was. Alright. So, Bruno and Zach have a chat in the HOH room, and I was thinking like, this is gonna be really interesting. They just BS the crap out of each other. So they come up with this thing like, oh, you know what, maybe it was good that Jordan went after all, because it's just gonna bring us closer. So Bruno's trying to be like, yeah, we were afraid that Jordan was pulling you away from the chop shop, so like now that that distraction's gone, we can really work together and trust each other. Alright, and Zach is just like, yeah man, it's fine, like I totally get it. And he was like, I was never coming after you anyway, man. Yeah, alright. They're just seriously BSing each other so hard. So Sarah and Brittany are talking about the aftermath, what's going to happen this week now that Peely is the HOH, and it sounds like Sindy, unfortunately, will be the scapegoat. Sarah and Brittany agree, like, we cannot protect her. We need to think about ourselves first. It's going to be really difficult to protect Sindy in this case, and she's really making it worse for herself by trying to lie about voting out Jordan. First she blamed it on Willow, she blamed it on Kevin. She should just own it. Just be like, yeah, he had to go. I did it. I mean, what's she got to lose? I feel like it really does make it worse when you try to lie about it. So, Pilar and Zach are having this strategy chat in the HOH room, and you can tell Zach is like noticeably quiet. He's kind of just like, what happened? What is this? He seems a little down. So they're talking about Pilar's nominations, and Peely's like, yeah, it'd be really easy to put up Sindy this week because she's already a target, so I can do that. And then I guess just put up a pawn with her. So Zach's like, alright, here's your pawn choices. You can put up Brittany, Sarah, or Godfrey with Sindy. choose wisely. So then Peely and Kevin are talking about the nominations. It's time for Kevin to break out the candies. Now that one person has done that, it seems like everyone's doing that. So Peely makes it really clear. She wants to make a move that's going to be good for all of the diapers, not just her own diaper. So she's thinking, you know what, maybe I should put up Sindy and Godfrey, because Godfrey says that he's going after Zach, and Zach is in the Diapers Alliance, so we should take out Godfrey maybe. Alright, so I just think it's funny that that's like the exact opposite of what Zach did last week when he was just like, I'm playing for me! Ah! Alright, so Bobby tries to explain voting out Jordan to Ashley. He's like, yeah, it was nothing against Zach. It was all for the chop shop. And like this conversation, the reason that I bring it up is because it's just like, is Bobby for real? I thought he made a breakthrough when he decided to vote out Jordan, because he found out that he was potentially going to be the backdoor last week, and I was just like, oh, he gets it now. It's all good. But no, I think this is true. He actually thought that this move would bring the Chop Shop back together, and that's why he did it. That is so sad. I actually want to cry right now. So, Bobby and Bruno are discussing strategy. They're thinking, yeah, we gotta push for Sindy to go. They're also gonna make her the scapegoat this week. They've gotta protect Godfrey if they can. And they have two options this point. They can either team up with Sarah and Brittany, or they can go back to the Chop Shop knowing that they've already broken that trust and it's a little bit fractured. They can't really trust them. But they're talking it out and they're like, you know what, we can't really trust either side. So let's stick with the Chop Shop. Why? Why would you do that? I don't get it. It's like they're in some sort of weird relationship, like the two sides, and it like sucks, but for some reason they don't want to break up. I don't know. It's just like really weird. But then Bobby admits to Bruno that his whole story about finding that secret veto in the vault is fake. Why would you do that? Why would you make up a story like that? Because I feel like when that information gets out there, there are going to be people who are going to be like, let's nominate Bobby and flush out the veto. And then guess what? He's not going to have it to save himself. And then they're going to think, hey, Bobby's up on the block. Let's vote him out. I mean, use your freaking brain. So Sindy was really putting in the work today. This morning, she brought Sarah, Godfrey, and Brittany up to the HOH with Kevin and Pilar. And she was like, I got to tell you guys something. I got to tell you guys a lot of things. I was in sequester with all the other evictees. I know about all the alliances that are going on here. She tells them about the Chop Shop. She names everyone that was in the alliance. And she's like, and also when I was in the vault with Bobby, he said that he found a secret veto. So at this point, I don't think she even knows that that's not true. So Sindy's like, okay, there's 6 of us here right now. We are the underdogs. If we stick together, we can take out the remaining members of the Chop Shop. Let's do this. So she's like, Pilar, I think you should nominate Willow and Bobby. They're both in the Chop Shop, and it's all good. And we can flush out that veto that Bobby supposedly has. So Kevin and Peely are just like, wow, it's a lot to take in. So they're just like, we're going to have to think about it, which means no. But you know, it gives them something to think about for sure. So Kevin already knew about the Chop Shop, but I'm a little surprised that he didn't tell Peely about it. That's kind of like, it's kind of weird. So yeah. Godfrey is talking to Bruno. He goes downstairs after this meeting and tells Bruno basically what Sindy just said. He's like, so Sindy was saying that you're in this alliance with all these people. He names all the people, and Bruno's just like, what? What? That's crazy. So he doesn't admit to it right away. We'll see. Godfrey then does like the best thing I've ever seen ever. He is talking to Ashley and he decides to name drop the Chop Shop to Ashley. He's like, yeah, I think I'm gonna have to take my bike to the Chop Shop and get it fixed up. And she's just like, you're what? The Chop Shop? What? It was so freaking funny. Oh my god. Godfrey is the best for doing that. So Ashley goes and tells the guys what happened, what Godfrey said. And they're just like, what? Where did he hear that? Oh, what is this? So they swear, like, I didn't tell him. I didn't tell him. I didn't tell him. They're trying to figure out who told him. So then eventually Godfrey pulls Bobby aside, I think it was in the storage room, and is like, yeah, I heard about this Chop Shop Alliance from Sindy, and she heard about it from Greg in Sequester. So Bobby is then talking to Zach about this, and he's like, freaking Greg, what a sore loser. I can't believe he gave out all this information. Blah. So he is like pissed. Like, he's really freaking out because, you know, he's obsessed with the Chop Shop, and this is a potential threat to it. So he's telling Zach, like, we need to deny this. We're going to deny. So, you know, all the Chop Shop members meet up in small groups or whatever, and they're all like, yeah, we're going to deny it. All right, so Pilar seems a little bit shaken up about this whole Chop Shop reveal thing. She's talking to Sarah, and she's like, you know, I really thought that I could trust Ashley, and now I'm not so sure, because all this is coming out. Ashley never said anything about this to me. What's the deal with that? So she totally believes that the Chop Shop exists, which it does, and she's like, it really hurts. And Sarah's like, well, you can trust me. So then Kevin has a little heart-to-heart with Zach. He's like, yeah, you know what? Jordan told me about your Newport Alliance, and now I'm hearing that you're in the Chop Shop, but you know what? I trust that you're loyal to the diapers. Okay, so then Ashley tries to do some damage control with Peely, and she's like, I'm really loyal to the diapers too. So she's like, I only chopped during one eviction. I only did it once. And then she tries to change the topic. She's like, where's the nail polish remover? Really? So Peely's like, you know what? I'm still gonna put up Sindy and Godfrey because I'm not gonna turn my back on everything that I've believed this whole game so far. So they had the have-not competition today, and it looks like it was some sort of soccer or football theme. There were 2 teams, and the have-nots this week are Sarah, Brittany, Godfrey, and Kevin. It sounds like the competition was pretty rough too, like really rough. But anyway, back to the game talk. It looks like a new alliance has formed. I don't know if they're actually true to it or what, but Ashley has pretty much merged the remaining Chop Shop members, minus Willow, with the remaining diaper members. So that means Ashley, Zach, Pilar, Kevin, Bobby, and Bruno, and that makes 6 to control the votes. So, of course, they all agree to it. What else are they going to say? They're going to be like, no, I won't be in alliance with you. So it's hard to say at this point if they're really loyal to each other. I'm thinking, for right now, yes, Bobby and Bruno will be loyal to them because the diapers are in power. So, like, they're not going to go against that, I think. But Pilar just seems, like, really confused. It's just, like, information overload for her. So she tells Kevin, I'm going to stick with my original plan. Let's just do this. So Pilar tells Sindy she's going up. Sindy is still pushing for Willow and Bobby to go up instead. And Peely's just like, just go. I mean, she doesn't say that, but you can tell she's just like done. So then she tells Godfrey, you're going up too, but you're gonna be a pawn. And Godfrey's just like, the pawn went home last week. Come on now. So he tells her, like, yeah, I respect your decision, but I think you need to, you know, think for yourself. Don't play the game for anyone else. I got your back. So nominations are tonight. I think they're happening right now, actually. And if you want to check back later, I will put the nominations at the bottom of the info for this video. It should be Sindy and Godfrey, but you never know. So let me know who you guys are rooting for in the veto this week, and what you think of this new alliance. It doesn't have a name yet, but I'm sure Bobby will come up with something. He always does. So until tomorrow, much love.